G'day everybody, Aussie Coin Girl here, and thank you for doing so well in the Olympics, the Aussies. Yes, especially the girls. Yes. I thought I'd celebrate today with some beautiful Aussie constitutional, good old Aussie junk silver. And I take that off because guess what? Yes, the feeling of all this silver. Yes, I know, I've taken the gloves off. It's gloves off. Aussie. Oi. Aussie. Oi. So guess what? Look at all this. It's quite a lot of money's worth. This is original Australian. Oops, there goes one. Silver. And being silver, we've got actually three types. Okay, and I'll just go through and I'll just touch on some of these, what they are, and some of the differences are. Okay, so the first, do you see this nice big one here? Okay. Firstly, this is our newest coin in our junk silver constitutional pile. And this is a round, circular, 50-cent coin. And this is 80% silver. There we go, it's the Queen. Every single one of these, if you ever come across these, they're only made in 1 year. And it was basically the beginning of our new decimal coinage in Australia. And this was 1966. And they only produced these for 1 year because they realised, oh my God, the cost of silver, we can't afford it. You know, especially with the, well, you probably all know, and there was a war going on that started in 64. So, but had our coat of arms on them. And I think they're a stunning coin. Now, if anyone around the world can get your hands on one of these, because they're going for about $13, $14 Australian here, but let's have a listen to this. All right, we'll put one down there. Okay, let's do the silver ping test. Oh, isn't that beautiful ringtone? Listen to that. Oh my, ringtone. Ooh, another one. Sorry folks, I'm dropping them. Ah, isn't that lovely? Now have a look at these. Have a look-see. I haven't got a ton of these, as you can see. They're really expensive to buy now in Australia. But anyone around the world can get their hands on some, get some, because they're just gorgeous. So it's now it's the only time also that which it's actually still in our current decimal system, is a 50-cent coin. But it's actually 8 octagonal shape. So this is the only time it was ever round. So silver, just this 1 year, 1966, and first time and only time that we've had round coinage. So, don't you love the sound of that? Okay, right, next. Okay, now what we did was in 1946, we changed from all our coinage, silver coinage, being 92.5% silver, to only having silver 50% or 40% actually. So from that perspective, big huge drop in silver. So Australian coinage first came out in 1910. You know, before that we were using English coinage. The pommy stuff, yes, English. Sorry if anyone's offended if I call anyone a pom. Yeah, we were using the English coinage until 1910. And then we came up with our own. Yeah, and we pretty much used a coat of arms on pretty much on everything. See, the coat of arms is pretty much, which most countries do, follows the coat of arms. So we basically had our coat of arms. Just like here, see, this is a modern version, the 66, kangaroo, emu. So on these, so this one's actually called a sixpence. So as you can see there, kangaroo, emu. And this particular coin, as you can see, it's quite small. Okay, so what we've got here is this one here, sixpence. This one's the threepence, but we'll just grab this one. Still got some high relief on this one, so you can see this is actually quite a good coin. So this is, it's got Elizabeth, very, very young Elizabeth on the back. So when she first became princess. So I'll just show you that. All right. Okay, see if this works. Okay, can anyone see the year there? All right, I'll just take it on the front. Okay, all right. 1962. Can anyone see that? 1962. So this is not a 92.5% silver. Okay, so it's only 40% silver, but it's still got silver in it, so it still makes it a valuable coin. So from your point of view, or anyone watching this video would say, okay, yeah, there's silver in these. Woohoo! Okay, so what does an older one look like? Okay, so from your point of view, this is what's called a sixpence. Okay, so look how tiny it is. Okay, we actually have a smaller coin than that though, and it's actually called the threepence. All right, you saw one of those just a minute ago. That's a new one. It's got the wheat on it. I'll just bring out one of the ones that's an older one. It's got. Okay. All right, now. Okay, see that there? Okay, I'll just remove this one for a minute. So I'll talk about this. Is the smallest of our silver coinage. It was one of our first coins. Okay, so this one here. All right, so that's a later edition there on the left. So you can see with the coat of arms. This one here is a 1927. So that was 92.5% silver. So as much as they could put in the silver to get a strong mix. And then this is the later one. And they even changed our, so this is, I just realised this one's a 1941 too. So this one's, even though it's got the new, see the different coat of arms and they changed it, this one's actually 92.5% silver. Now, because they, as you can see, we had them for so many, quite a few decades in that, you can see though, the differences in usage and wear. Now have a look at this one here. Give you no example, right? These two are older, but have a look at this one. 1951. Okay, so this is actually what's called a sixpence, but anyway, what I'm trying to do is look, see the difference in the wear. So what I'll do is, I'll just try and show you another. Oh my God, I've got hundreds of them. There's squillions of them. All right, I'll show you this one. Okay. Now, I'm just going to turn them over, and I'm going to show you who's on the back, on the observe. All right, because we had changes in kings and changes in queens throughout the many years in history. Okay, now, this, have a look here, you see there? Same king. Look at this one, totally different. So you can see that's a later coin. Now, for some reason, he didn't actually want his photo or his imprint with a crown on. He wanted to be sort of seen as normal, more of the people. So that's why didn't have his crown on in the photos. But have a look at this. Okay, so here, okay, we've got a 1941, 1927, and the other one underneath is a 1926. Okay, so these had King George V. Okay, and here, okay, all right, here we go. We've got King George VI. So that's Elizabeth's father. Yeah, Queen Elizabeth's father, and the great father, obviously grandfather. So, but look at the differences when you see them close up. Total different type of royal positioning, isn't it? So anyway, and the threepence, look at it. It's really was like I suppose, like from your point of view, everybody, it's like a, I suppose like, Mum, what was a threepence seen as? Like a 5-cent coin, wasn't it? Yeah, like a wheat, the weight in bushels. Yeah, so basically for I don't know why the reason. Do you know the reason why they changed from, why they went from the coat of arms to having a wheat bush on the front? Well, back then it was really deemed it was been a tricky times and hard wearing, and they wanted to sort of be seen as better people. As you know, with farming, trying to get food was very difficult, so they wanted to support that. Now, from a threepence, which is basically like a 5 cent, Then we go up to what's called the sixpence. Okay, these are the sixpence here. Okay, so the sixpence, beautiful looking. It's a little bit bigger, but look, this one's actually quite a good condition coin. Alright, this one's 1960, so that's a 50% or 40% coin. And we've got this one here, same thing, 63, and this one here is 54. Okay, so there, have a look at those. I'll give you an idea. Obviously, you can see later coins is a bit easier to. You can see there's a lot more luster. Look at that one. That was actually a very good looking coin, isn't it? Yeah, it's still got its luster and whatnot. Sometimes you just really view the fact that sometimes it's all got to do with who, you know, and how people keep their coins, and, you know, trying to keep everything in good condition is really good. But I sort of view that, you know, it's pretty much, this is myself personally, that, you know, that's 50% silver. A lot of the time it's junk silver, but, you know, what do we do, you know? So, but, so this is called the sixpence, yeah, which is basically like a dime or 10-cent coin, and they're pretty amazing, as you can see. I've got tons of them, tons and tons, as you can see. They're everywhere. But you can see they're beautiful coins. I mean, our Australian logos, or our, should we say, our coat of arms, used so commonly on our coinage. And you can see why we pretty much deem today, you know, with a lot of our modern coinage, we have, you know, various pictures and so forth of our, you know, animals and things, because it all started, you can see, with when we became Australia, you know, like coat of arms. It's sort of, we're actually recognised that way, aren't we? You know, I think a lot of people realise that, especially the kangaroos and the koalas and so on, that, you know, that's how you recognise Australia, you know. So from that point of view, I think you realise that, yes, you know, oh, I know that, I've seen that animal before, an Australian photo, you know, and that's how a lot of people do recognise us, but I don't see anything wrong with that, you know. I don't. Okay, so from these, the sixpence, then we move up to what's called a shilling. Okay, oh, listen to those. 1953. This is a 1957 shilling. Have a look at it. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Again, it's like a, you know, real Australiana thing, isn't it? A sheep. Even New Zealanders laugh at us, I think. I think they probably know more for their sheep than we are, but but again, a shilling. Yeah, look at that. Hey? Good. Who loves the sound of silver? Who doesn't love the sound of silver? Look at this, aren't they? Look at this. It's just wonderful, isn't it? It's unusual, isn't it? You know, a ram's head, I suppose. Call it a sheep's head, a ram's head on there. And there's young Elizabeth. Yeah, quite a young girl back then, wasn't she? Quite a young Christine. Lots of life there, carrying on from her father. You know, she had a huge job to do, ruling a monarchy at such a young age when she lost her father at quite a young age. It's a bit of a shame, you know. But history's history. And yeah, but look at this, like here's one. All right, there's her father there. So this one will be, yeah, see there's an older shilling, it's a 52. Yeah, so she took over, you can see, in 53, okay. So that's when she became queen and took over the monarchy after her father died, you know. Yeah, 52. Yeah, it's quite a generation of family, you know. There's so much history there. What does she do? Well, no choice but to rule. Here's a 1946. Yeah, I've got quite a few different generations. Best of my coinage, which is pretty much non-junk silver, I have it all in an album, all sealed and so forth, because any old coinage that's in really good condition, guys, it's actually worth quite a bit of money in Australia and around the world. You know, so many Australian coinage is quite treasured around the world, and so we like to, you know, if you can get some hands on it, keep it. Don't, you know, it's worth quite a bit of money around the world. You get more than what's considered the you know, a trading or spot value of silver. So look at that. Okay, and then shillings. Okay, All right, look at this, folks. This is actually called a florin. As you can see, it's virtually the shape of what we'd call a 20-cent piece, or a quarter in the US or Canada. Here we go. It's a pretty nice looking coins. Yeah, a florin. You see it's a lot larger. I'll give you an example. Okay, so here's your threepence. Okay. All right, so there's your threepence. Yeah, we call them threepence. It's sort of a, saying 3 pence quicker. All right, and then you've got your, as you can see, those. And then, all right, from the sixpence, as you know, then we go up to the shilling. Okay, so that gives you an idea of the actual size. So we take those out of the picture. Okay, so it's quite a big difference in coinage. Look at that. It's a real baby, isn't it? Very thin too. Yeah, so this is what's called a florin. And it has quite a bit of silver, a florin. And it's a beautiful coin. Florins, anywhere, even with the 40% silver, are quite valuable and quite popular now around the world for collectors. So there's with our coat of arms, of course, of always. If you can find any that, that are especially prior to 46, so 45 or younger, keep it. And if you can read the information very, very well, and one of the identifying things you look for is, I'll just show you, for example, I think you guys will get an idea. Okay, I'll show you this one and this one. Okay. All right, so just to help you guys understand who aren't numismatics and so forth. Okay, now this is basically probably similar age, 52 and 61. Okay. Now, have a look at her head, the Queen Elizabeth's head, okay, in the pictures. All right. As you can see, this is actually very, 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 very smoothed over. So, from your point of view, you can see you can barely see any hairline or any crowns or anything. Now, look at the second one. All right, the second one, you can actually see some bits of hair tie and little bits and pieces. You can see more than the other one. So what that means is this one's more worn than that one. Now, what it also means is this one on the left is more valuable a coin than this one. It's going to be graded a lot more than this one. Now, we'll just turn them over to the reverse. Okay, now one of the other things is then you apply the same rule to the reverse. So, if you can see more hairlines or more relief on one side than the other, that's the type of thing that you're looking for, as coin graders are looking for, is the highest points on the coin, how much definition there is. But anyway, that's just that. Okay, now I'll just show you these in relation to the 66. All right, the 66 50-cent coin. Okay, there's the florin. Okay, so it's a little bit smaller than our 50 cent, but yeah. So this is one out of the box, because our first year of decimal coinage, when we changed to 20 cent, 50 cent, so on, we were florin, shilling, sixpence and threepence, which was basically still following the names or the currency of England. So we're still following their lines, but then we come up with our own currency names. So we went to what's called decimal coinage. But yeah, so I hope you're enjoying this little look at some junk silver, because at the end of the day, it ain't really junk, is it, hey? There are people out there right now in the world going, oh my God, I want some. Well, feel free to contact me anytime. I'm happy to, do what I can do. Now, I just want to show you this one here. All right, here's an older threepence, okay, sixpence, okay, and there he is, the king. But just have a look how much wear there is on that. But I've still got it. I have it because it's actually a 1921 coin, so that's a 92.5% silver coin. So we'll just similar coin here, 1960. Okay, so the difference in wear and tear you can see yourselves, but that's 92.5% silver. It's only 40. So let's see if I can. It's a bit small to try and get that, but from your point of view, okay, look at these. So quite a lot of history there. I mean, at the end of the day, this is what we're talking about, isn't it? History, you know. I wasn't born in '66, but I certainly love to collect these, as many as I can. Look at that. But, yeah, I hope you guys are liking this look about this. I'll tell you guys, I mean, oh my Lord. You know how good it is? This is real silver, real money. So this was transacted and used to buy, I don't know, food of the day, bread. It's what you transacted with. You carried it around in your pocket. I bought yourself some wheat. Maybe a couple of these florins, and a couple of these. Might have bought yourself a sheep. Food. Our society's changed a lot since then, and I can tell you now, I still love this. You know, I love looking at it. I actually started off, before I became a stacker, guys, I was actually a coin collector and a numismatist. So some of you think, oh, today when you see some of the bits and pieces that I collect, and I show you my videos, because I just wanted to show you that you can be both, you know, and my heritage is that. I just love it. Look at this, you know, 1926. So almost 100 years old, isn't it? So I just want to say to you guys that think about your heritage when you're looking at some of this, because these were held by a lot of people and transacted. It's how they bought and sold, and it's also how they learnt about wealth, isn't it, actually? I think someone worked out back in there that basically the more of this you hold or keep and don't spend, you save it up, one day it's going to be worth some money. And it can be, and that was how, wasn't it? That's probably even before stocks even became, you know, the stock market. It's certainly before Bitcoin, isn't it? So I hope you love this little Australia. I thought I'd just have a little bit of a celebration of Australia with all this beautiful coinage. Here we go, look at this. 1913, yeah, that's a 1913. That's from the original shillings. So that's before we changed over to the sheephead. Yeah, look at this. Now, I'm happy to, if anyone would like to buy some, feel free. I'll sell it, you know, sell some, but because I've actually got my good collection, you know, of my, you know, special coinage all kept separate. So, I'm happy to do something. I hope you guys enjoyed this little look at Aussie Coin Girl's constitutional junk silver. Again, I asked the question, folks. You know, is this real junk silver? I don't know. I think it's not. It's a real representation of our history. Especially if there's history books and that, but this is how else you can learn about history. Also learn about budgeting and saving, you know, learning about the worth of various metals and where the metal comes from. Because I tell you now, you know, we all eventually have to learn how to budget, and we all need to know how to pay our way in our lives. And sometimes learning about coinage and paying for things and how you to save. This is how I save, guys. I save outside of the system, and I'm proud to be able to say it, you know. Money in the bank, fine, all right, but there are other ways that you can save money as well, and this is one. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little look at our coinage and some of my junk silver collection, and feel free to write to me, and thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I'm happy to, I'll probably, you know, anyone that sort of asks, I'm happy to put a couple of these in the post to you, and you can have a look at them close up yourselves, and provide me with your own feedback. I was going to do it, send some coin out to some people, but then with COVID, it just meant impossible, and the cost of postage, unfortunately, just went through the roof. So, well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this little Aussie Coin Girl getting a closer look and feel of some of our coinage. and our history at the same time. Well, folks, thank you again for watching, and I'll be along soon. If you'd like to let me know what you think of our beautiful coinage, and I'm happy to do I'll come up with some more videos in it, and I still promise to show you my florin collection of all my, very expensive things, and I'll do that. Well, folks, thanks again for watching. Aussie Coin Girl saying, have a good day, stay COVID free. Ciao.